Dive into the ultimate Bible quiz challenge. Join us for an exciting quiz that will put your biblical knowledge to the test. Get ready for a fun and educational journey through the scriptures. Don't forget to subscribe for more. Question 1. What was the occupation of Matthew before he became a disciple of Jesus? The answer is tax collector. As Jesus passed on from there, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the tax office. And he said to him, "Follow me." So he arose and followed him. Matthew 9 verse 9. Question 2. What is the first miracle Jesus performed? The answer is water into wine. On the third day there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Now both Jesus and his disciples were invited to the wedding. And when they ran out of wine, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." John 2 verses 1 to 11. Question 3. Which Old Testament prophet had a vision of a valley of dry bones coming to life? The answer is Ezekiel. The hand of the Lord came upon me and brought me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valley, and it was full of bones. Ezekiel 37 verse 1. Question 4. What did the Israelites find in the wilderness to sustain them? The answer is manna, and when the layer of dew lifted, there, on the surface of the wilderness, was a small round substance, as fine as frost on the ground. So when the children of Israel saw it, they said to one another, "What is it?" For they did not know what it was. And Moses said to them, "This is the bread which the Lord has given you to eat." Exodus 16 verses 14 to 15. Question 5. What river did John the Baptist baptize Jesus in? The answer is Jordan. Then Jesus came from Galilee to John at the Jordan to be baptized by him. And John tried to prevent him, saying, "I need to be baptized by you, and are you coming to me?" But Jesus answered and said to him, "Permit it to be so now, for thus it is fitting for us to fulfill all righteousness." Then he allowed him. Matthew 3 verses 13 to 15. Question 6. What did Jesus use to feed the multitude of 5,000 people? The answer is 5 loaves and 2 fish. Then he commanded the multitudes to sit down on the grass. And he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, he blessed and broke and gave the loaves to the disciples, and the disciples gave to the multitudes. Matthew 14 verse 19. Question 7. Which disciple walked on water briefly with Jesus? The answer is Peter, and Peter answered him and said, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." So he said, "Come." And when Peter had come down out of the boat, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. Matthew 14 verse. Question 8. What is the symbol of God's covenant with Noah after the flood? The answer is rainbow. Set my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. It shall be, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the rainbow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. The waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. The rainbow shall be in the cloud, and I will look on it to remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. Genesis 9 verses 13 to 16. Question 9. What is the name of the garden where Jesus prayed before his arrest? The answer is Gethsemane. Then Jesus came with them to a place called Gethsemane, and said to the disciples, "Sit here while I go and pray over there." Matthew 26 verse 36. Question 10. Who was the mother of John the Baptist? The answer is Elizabeth. There was in the days of Herod, the king of Judea, a certain priest named Zacharias, of the division of Abijah. His wife was of the daughters of Aaron, and her name was Elizabeth. And they were both righteous before God, walking in all the commandments and ordinances of the Lord blameless. Luke 1 verses 5 to 25. Question 11. Who betrayed Jesus with a kiss in the Garden of Gethsemane? The answer is Judas Iscariot, and while he was still speaking, behold, Judas, one of the 12, with a great multitude with swords and clubs, came from the chief priests and elders of the people. Now his betrayer had given them a sign, saying, "Whomever I kiss, he is the one, seize him." Immediately he went up to Jesus and said, "Greetings, Rabbi," and kissed him. Matthew 26 verses 47 to 50. Question 12. How many days and nights did it rain during the great flood in Noah's Ark? The answer is 40, and the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. Genesis 7 verse 12. Question 13. In the parable of the prodigal son, what did the father do when he saw his lost son returning? The answer is ran and embraced him, and he arose and came to his father. But when he was still a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion, and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. Luke 15 verse 20. Question 14. What is the golden rule stated by Jesus? The answer is, do to others what you would have them do to you. Therefore, whatever you want men to do to you, do also to them. For this is the law and the prophets. Matthew 7 verse 12. Question 15. What is the golden rule stated by Jesus? The answer is, do to others what you would have them do to you. Therefore, whatever you want men to do to you, do also to them. For this is the law and the prophets. Matthew 7 verse 12.